He was trying to fuck you when when you guys first started dating. So he would do shit like go to the mall and hold your fucking bag.
Yeah.
And now he's tired of fucking you. I feel like there's no other answer.
Yeah, that's not the most nuanced
What's that?
take, but yeah.
Welcome to Divorce with Friends, the podcast that reminds you that gooning is not just a hobby, Tom, but it's a way of life. So get out of the way, right? That stuff squirts everywhere. I am Bobby Vito. Joining me as always is my friend, my colleague, my partner, who I let into the building today, Tom. Tom, how are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm great, Tom. Episode 21. That's a big one for us.
Big one.
Do you remember about a year ago?
Yes.
We did like episode 2 or something, maybe 3. And after the episode, we went to Burton's,
Yep.
I think, and we were talking about the podcast, and you told me something interesting. What'd you tell me about 21 podcasts?
So I think it's something like 95, if it like 95% or 98%, something like that, of podcasts quit before the 21st episode.
That is accurate. So it's about 90% quit before or just after
there you
3 episodes,
So-
and 9% quit before the 21st. So basically, everybody bails out before they get there, right?
Right.
You're in
So
the
you're
top
in like
1%.
the top 1%, right, of podcasts.
Yeah.
If you get to 21. So we're elite.
We're elite, and I think if you go through our resume, if you go through our catalog of shit, we probably have some clunkers in there. I think we talked about this, like you love your kids even though they're, autistic or retarded. You love them despite their differences because they're yours. And I feel like if you go through our catalog, you'll see there's the early episodes we didn't really know what was going on. We kind of figured it out, and then we change things up and do different things. So there's clunkers in there, but I feel like overall the body of work has just gotten up and to the right.
I think so.
That's where you want it to go.
Yeah.
That's where exactly we want to go. So other than that, Tom, other than episode 21, which congratulations to you. So we had our year anniversary last episode, 21 episodes now, right? So we've made it.
times, yep.
What's going on with you?
Not too much. Not too much. Same old. What about you?
Okay, so I was in Las Vegas
Yes.
for my CKO.
Ooh, yeah.
And there's a story I told you off air. I cannot tell it here because I don't want to get fired. But let's just say
a good one. Sorry, everybody.
Sorry, everybody. Maybe we'll tell it on a Patreon. But it was the hogs were blazing, and people learned a lot. They came to ask how to learn things.
I'll say this
Sure.
without going into more detail.
Yeah.
When you said that you were going to a work function in Las Vegas, I said that was a bad idea.
It was a very bad
and I was proven correct, I would say.
So I won't tell the story again. It'll be on the Patreon.
Yeah.
Somebody get fired as a result of this story.
Which,
and,
again, very predictable.
yeah, I mean, I think their intentions were in the right place. I just think they picked the wrong forum to get this knowledge that they were seeking. But other than that, so I came back from Las Vegas, and as you know, it's like a dry heat. It was actually like 65. It wasn't even terrible.
Yeah.
But there's no allergies over there. There's no pollen. There's nothing in the air. So you feel great. Besides, you're in like the hotel casino, so you're breathing in like that,
Just that air
beautiful,
pumped in and
yeah.
No clocks.
I was like President Scrooge on Spaceballs. I was breathing in like fresh air all the time. I came back, and so I get back on like a red eye, whatever. And that weekend, like let's say Saturday through the following Wednesday, so a good 5 days, I felt like fucking death. My allergies were awful.
Plus the humidity or whatever.
Yeah, and it was like
Moisture in the air.
I felt like so my allergies now, they're not like itchy eyes or asthma or coughing, something like that. But I always feel like I have COVID brain, where it's like I'm not formulating thoughts properly.
Maybe you have sleep apnea.
I could have sleep apnea. I
sleep
definitely haven't slept great because this one over here wakes me up at like
Oh, the dog.
4:45.
She's so cute, though.
She's cute. So I get back on my Flonase and my Zyrtec. I miss putting things in my nose, so Flonase is good.
Almost as cool as a sleep apnea machine. You know?
Almost. But I do the I always do the Flonase privately because I don't want people to, like you're snorting boogers. Like that's fucking
Yeah,
gross.
it's weird.
Other than that, though, the podcast will continue, even though we've hit 21 episodes. And also the podcast will continue after my divorce is finalized. But as you know,
Yes.
we're getting to the end zone of my divorce.
Exciting times.
Which I say that now, and some awful shit will happen, and it'll get pushed back again.
Yes.
Because as you know, my trial was supposed to be, and by the way, I say trial. Talking about 1% of podcasts make it to 21 episodes. Most divorces don't go to trial.
Right.
For reasons that weren't mine, not my decision. We're going to trial. So it was supposed to be in April, but our judge resigned, and they had to fit us into the new judge's schedule.
Yep.
So we have a pre-trial, some bullshit next week, which I'm looking forward to, and then a trial on the 8th. of
Yeah.
June. Feeling good.
Yeah, good.
Feeling good,
And you're
feeling strong.
Done, hopefully.
I'm
yeah,
done.
It's never done, but
Now, what's going to happen
Don't
after
have
that for everybody? We're still going to obviously do the podcast. We're going to have a ton more things to talk about. But I have like the story time with Bobby Vito of story times with Bobby Vito. This is like a 3-year saga. I'll have to run it by management, which I'm pointing at Tom for that, to decide what is airworthy and what isn't. But I feel like some of the stories that came out of this 3-year timeline, which I have never told on this podcast. I mean, maybe like hinted at certain things, but I feel like that's riveting. Somebody might take those, Tom, and call us and say, hey, I know you get Don't Catch the Drip. I know you get a bunch of fucking shit going on, but these stories are so good. Divorce with Friends might be a movie.
Ooh, that's true.
Especially if it ends the way I think it's going to end.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be the turnaround of the century?
Everybody's life is a movie, I think, right?
I think so.
Yeah, because they say everybody has one novel, right?
Oh, that's true.
Right? Because it's like
I'm a
kinda
narcissist,
autobiographical.
so obviously I think that mine is better.
Yeah. My buddy Don DeLillo said, we lead more interesting lives than we think. We are characters and plots without the compression and numinous sheen. Meaning like if you take all the like monotony out, everybody's got a plot.
Okay, so here's what I'm hearing from you.
Yeah.
You're not against my idea, but your body language.
I'm against it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So we're gonna work into things.
Yeah.
So Tom and I get some stuff to work out.
Yeah, it seems like a bad idea, but
as long as we don't use.
All right.
I'll tell you one guest we're definitely getting the minute it's over. It's already been confirmed. Is Jordan.
Okay, exciting.
So Jordan will be here. He promised that when this is over, he will come on and we will talk about. Jordan's my lawyer. He's a great lawyer, and he will come on and we'll talk about my divorce and how shitty it was, as well as some of the shittier ones that he's seen. So every now and then we talked about this earlier. He will remind me that like, hey, I know yours is like is like a big dick in the ass.
Yeah.
But I've seen worse. Yeah. So we'll talk about some of that. That's all coming, and it'll all happen with the trial. So you can find that then. But where can you find Tom and I now? You can find us on Gmail at divorcewithfriends@gmail.com, and Instagram at divorcewithfriends, Twitter divorcewfpod. As always, Tom, we don't actually update that because it fucking sucks. But I tell you, because fuck it.
Yeah.
We'll do it anyway.
Totally.
So Tom, we always have to do this now. It's the third episode in a row. Any updates on your Gilmore Girls rewatch?
So I've been woefully negligent in the Gilmore Girls rewatch.
Who was that girl? Casey?
Honest.
Somebody who was all into you?
Yeah, she's gonna
be pissed.
She's gonna take a hike. But we might have a reference to that in a segment later, a little Gilmore Girls reference. So we'll see.
Do we? Okay. I see what you did there.
Somebody's not gonna be on your big board.
All right. Yeah. Well. All right. So that's our updates, right? We're done with updates. Mm-hmm. All right. So let's move on to feedback and emails. Good news, Tom. We didn't fuck up anything bad on episode 20, so we don't have any bad feedback.
Okay.
But we did get a bunch of emails. So I have it broken down to. I'll take the first one. You take the second two, and I'll close it out with the fourth. Is that cool?
Yep.
All right. So the first one comes from Jake on Instagram, and he says, "How clean is too clean?" Hey, my dudes, big fan of the pod. I'm married, but I do live with a woman, so believe it or not, many of your topics apply for both of our lives. I could write you a novel today about my mother-in-law, but I'll save that for another email. Gentlemen, I'm going to keep this brief. Here's my situation. My wife and I recently got into a heated argument over something I genuinely believe is a universally understood metric. If we're paying professional cleaners to clean our house, why am I cleaning the house before they arrive? I don't disagree that we should clear the counters or remove clutter, but she's legit doing a deep clean in almost every room. By the way, as I'm reading this, Jake, I sympathize. I've been there. This process takes at least an hour, if not more. What am I paying these people for? Anyway, am I the asshole or is she off her rocker on this? Tom, what do you got?
This is a classic one. So one thing I was surprised by when, like, as an adult, you hire cleaners, like, I would have thought that I think like when you come into adulthood, I thought that like a cleaner would just do like everything your parents did when you were in like high school.
Of course,
you know
or at least
like,
your mother, because
they would do your laundry.
Our dads didn't clean.
Well, it's 2026, Bobby. But they would do your laundry, right? Like they would like clean everything up. They would do. Some of these cleaners will just come in and like mop the floor.
Yeah,
that's and then get the fuck out of there. They're not doing anything. They're not straightening anything.
Well, do you know what
a cleaner?
If I said to you, do you know what a top clean is? You know what that is?
No, I don't even know what that is.
So a top clean is how like Molly Maids or any of these like
or something. Yeah,
sort of they get you. So like they'll come in and they'll say, okay, the first clean is going to cost like $600.
Yeah.
Because I'm doing a top clean.
Oh yeah.
I'm going to get fucking everything. You know that grease that from Thanksgiving 7 years ago that's on the back of the cabinet.
Yeah.
I'm going to find it. I'm going to get it. So the top clean. So you're kind of expecting the first one to go long, but even like you remember my old house in Tingsboro, it said like counting the basement was like 4 livable floors.
Yeah.
Even that would be like 2 hours max.
Yeah.
And I went through the same shit that Jake is talking about, where it's like cleaners are coming on Thursday, so Wednesday night it's like gotta clean everything. And I thought exactly like he thought, like just get rid of the clutter, move stuff. Like I don't want them to have to like clean up the kids' room per se, because it's always a dumpster fire in there. But no, dude, that's not the way it goes. It's like I saw surfaces being cleaned, I saw toilets being cleaned. I'm like, that's what they do. And I don't know. It's sort of like my ex-wife's mom used to clean houses. And she used to do this thing that annoys the fuck out of me when you go out for dinner with people who used to wait.
Yeah.
So if you go out for dinner with someone who used to wait, even if the service sucks dick, they're like, you got to leave some so-and-so percent, these people. Yeah, Tom does this. This is my way of telling Tom he does it. And you're like, I know, but like, it sucked. You're like, yeah, but they might have had a bad day and bad tables or whatever. So her perspective was, my mom used to do this and it was a pain in the ass when she do X, Y, and Z. Sure. So it's kind of like I get that sympathy. So I sort of went along with it as a result. Jake did not mention this fact in his email, but I do think that like, and this is common through so many of my friends. You just said you go through it. I know other people who have mentioned, my buddy John Knuckle, he mentioned his wife makes him clean. I feel like it's a thing with women. It's like they're not embarrassed that we pay for cleaners, but they're embarrassed the cleaners to clean their mess.
Yeah, well, they don't want a stranger to judge them, right? And judge that's like the your mind reading.
But if you can afford a cleaner, right? You're affording a service that they probably can't afford. They're judging you anyway.
Yeah, I think that's probably true. Yeah, and they probably gossip about you. It's like,
I know for a fact when we were going through our shit, when they were still our cleaners, they talked shit and they used to say to me things like, "Oh, we asked Mrs. Blank if we should do this." I'm like, "Don't fucking call it," like whatever. So like they knew, they were pushing my buttons. But yeah, I feel like I get that. They don't want it's they don't want the maid to pick up their skid mark underwear. I get that.
Yeah, I always thought that too. It's like if you have a cleaning crew where there's multiple cleaners who speak a language that you don't speak, I'm just like 100% chance that they're just shit talking me the whole time.
I could not agree.
And I would do that. I don't. That's fair.
I would not agree more with that statement. I think they do. So I don't think Jake is off his rocker. I don't think Jake is wrong here. I think she's typical. So they're both sort of right.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like whatever. I don't really. To be honest, like I don't really care what you do with your clean. Like you know what I mean. That's a pretty first world. Like however you prepare for your cleaner, like you could probably figure that out. You know. You guys need to...
Well, maybe Jake's wife just needs a good deep dick in. I don't know, Tom. But you're going to take the next one. So the next email is from Will on Gmail, and it's better late than never, but better never late, Tom.
Oh, okay. This is Hi, Vito and Tom. Many listeners seem to open their emails to you like this, and now I understand why. I love my wife, but I need help understanding why she thinks time is more of a concept rather than a social construct.
Will.
No matter what the event is, weddings, cookouts, movies, funerals, flights, dinner reservations, or our own anniversary dinner, we are always the last people to arrive. And while sometimes it's fashionably late, other times the host is putting leftovers into the Tupperware. Basically, my wife approaches time the way that pirates approached maps. More of a suggestion than an actual guideline. If we have to leave at 6 without fail, she will begin a brand new activity at 5:52. This could include reorganizing her purse, starting laundry, calling her sister, suddenly remembering she wanted to curl her hair. Meanwhile, I'm standing by the door like a Civil War widow, clutching my car keys. The worst part is she always acts shocked when we're late. Wow, everyone's already here? Yes, because society agreed on a time 3 weeks ago. I've tried everything, lying about start times, setting alarms, reverse engineering the day for her, but nothing works.
Oh, I love reverse engineering the day.
Do I accept that I will spend the remainder of my life power walking into events while everyone stares at us? Has this happened to you? I'll take any thoughts or suggestions.
Do you know what he meant by what do you say? Reversing, re-engineering the day?
Yeah, reverse engineering the day. Yeah.
So I love doing that. That's how I get my kids out the door.
This is kid time. That's like kid time. I've talked to people about this, right? Like when you have kids, you have multiple events through the course of the day.
Yep.
So you have to do the backwards math of, okay, we need to get to the field at X.
Yep. And
so that
by the way, this could be like,
you have
to be like the last of it.
Yeah. It's like the game starts at X.
Yeah.
So warm up starts at Y.
Yep.
So we have to leave at, the car ride is Z, so we have to leave at Z plus leave an extra 15 minutes just in case.
Yep.
Right. So then you go through and then you go through your whole day. You do that with your whole day, and you figure out what time everybody has to be everywhere. I'm kind of more like this guy's wife recently, actually, where I'm just like I'm doing things until the time that you leave, and I'm sometimes late for things now.
I'm okay. So everything in his list made sense to me. Like people can be late for dinner. Like the wedding is kind of rude.
Wedding is pretty bad. Like, you know, there's got to be lines. Like, I'm not late for my kids' stuff, and you know, like you should, like a wedding and your own anniversary dinner, stuff like that.
I've
you gotta
definitely
kind of draw a line.
I've definitely become like less neurotic about it as I get older.
Yeah.
Meaning that like I used to like if I had a 6 a.m. flight or something, I'd be my dad fucking ingrained this in my brain. It's like get there at 3.
Oh yeah,
right.
Yeah. Well, you know,
I don't even bother with that now. Like that stuff. Not that I want to miss my flight by any means, but like have pre-check. Like do everything you can. If you're gonna miss your flight, you're gonna.
So you know what's funny is like if I'm flying solo, I'm more like that. I don't care. But if I'm flying with like my family, I'm more like neurotic because you kind of have to bake in that everything is going to get fucked. You know what I mean? Like when you have 4 people, you're like, okay, somebody's going to fuck something up, right? So.
Oh, and if you have to reschedule or do anything, it's like you're doing it for 4.
Oh yeah, and it's a nightmare. And yeah, totally.
Yeah.
So that's reasonable. I think. Well, the classic thing that people say is it's disrespectful. Right? It's disrespectful to other people's time and it's selfish. And there is something to that, right? Because it's like, I'm going to do this thing that I want to do until after the time that I should have left because it's more important to me to do the thing that I want to do than to get to the thing that you're waiting for me at on time. That's fundamentally the thing you're saying, right?
Yeah, 100%. I get it. People are late. Like it happens.
Yeah.
But I hate being the one that's late. And even if you're like the one that's like the second to last late, you just pray that somebody's later than you. So like it deflects off you.
Yeah, well, and that's another thing. So, like my wife hates being late, which I think is like a good instinct.
Yeah.
But there is an extent to which like she hates it so much that it ruins the process of getting ready for everybody else.
No, I totally get that.
She's so worried about being late, right? So there is like a balance to strike.
It's I get like secondhand, like because obviously if you like to be on time and she likes to be late or vice versa. Yeah. There's a anxiety that comes with you.
Tension. Yeah.
That wants to be on time, right? So like I get why there's like a fight about it. I think the thing is that I don't think you can change that behavior. Like you have to, it's sort of like if you're dieting or you want to stop smoking, you want to stop drinking, you have to want to do that thing because if you don't want to not be late, there will always be a reason to be late.
Well, I think with these things, it's like you will have to do the math of like, how much does this matter to you?
Yeah.
And then
are you more pissed that she's asking you to clean before the cleaners?
Yeah, well, you have 2 choices, right? You can either be like, actually, when I step back objectively, like this isn't the end of the world. So I'm not gonna make a big deal of it. Or this is super important to me. And like, if I had to pick like 3 things, this would be one of the 3 things.
Yeah.
Then you got to have a conversation about it. Just be like, I think you have to have the conversation that's like, I find this disrespectful, right?
Ooh,
I find this disrespectful.
You come hard with it.
You're doing this thing, right? And like, or the other thing you could do too is just be like, look, I don't mind that you're like, here's a pattern, have specific examples ready. If she asks, be like, here's a pattern, X, Y, and Z. We were running late.
Yeah.
It's really important. I don't care about this, but these things super important to me that we get there on time. So I really need you to make a concentrated effort to do that for these things.
I like that.
And then the next time, then you call it out. Hey, I asked you, I said this was really important for these things, right? Like, what can we do here?
You know what? I couldn't say it better myself. I think that's Will's advice.
There you go.
Fucking pick your battles, Will.
All right.
The next one, Tom, you're going to do this one too. This is Houdini.
Ooh.
This is John on Instagram.
Problematic. Hey guys, I have a real problem. When my wife and I first started dating, she borrowed one of my hoodies because she was cold. At the time, I thought it was endearing. Cute, even. Fast forward 10 years, and now I find myself hiding my hoodies like a prisoner hides contraband from the warden. This is going to end poorly if they find it. I'm not even exaggerating. Every hoodie I buy somehow ends up in her rotation. At first, she appears to just borrow them for a few hours, but then eventually, without fail, they disappear before I realize that she's wearing them around like she's the one who wildly overpaid for tour merch from 1998 on eBay. I wildly overpaid for tour merch from 1998 on eBay. God damn it. I wildly. And if I ask for it back, oh, that hoodie. I wear that all the time. Or even I brought it to the gym and must have forgotten it. Excuse me? You brought my fucking hoodie to the gym? You brought my fucking hoodie to the gym and you forgot it?
That's brutal.
I've actually started to wonder if I should just give up on hoodies entirely as my relationship with them always ends in heartache. Anyway, I've tried everything I can think of. I've even offered to buy my wife her own. Nothing works. Nothing. What's your take? This is kind of bullshit, right?
It is. Okay, so I think we've all lived it, right? The women come over and it's like, it's very cliche with like sweatpants or like stuff like that. Hoodies are another one where it's like if you have hoodies, they eventually do sort of morph into like communal hoodies.
Yeah.
The tour merch, when you said that, it kind of went up my ass sideways because that's like a hoodie with purpose. I think you bought like some shitty Under Armour hoodie at Marshall's or something.
That's
but like you bought something specific on eBay. I'm sure John paid top dollar for that. That's sort of annoying, but I've been there. I haven't done the. I'll give you an example. So, you know who my favorite band is? Mm-hmm. They're plastered over the wall.
Yeah.
I went to their 2018 like reunion show, and they had all the merch from their big tours for sale. So like the Siamese Dream tour, the Melancholy tour, whatever. So I bought a Melancholy shirt. It's my favorite album. I bought that shirt, and within a month of that, I see someone outside gardening in that fucking shirt, and they come back and it's like toast, and I'm like, what the fuck?
That's kind of tough. Yeah.
That was, I mean, look, there's a reason I'm getting divorced, and it was that. I didn't want to say it, but that was it.
Deal breaker. Yeah.
But I feel like because they can fit into our clothes, typically it doesn't work the other way unless you have different taste than I do. You're probably going to fit into their clothes. I think that it's sort of this thing with them where like they don't see it as a problem, but it would be like, I guess the equivalent would be like if you wore makeup, if you wore their mascara, they'd probably be bullshit.
Maybe so. Okay, so I'll say a few things. One, like I think John's being kind of a baby about this.
Even the tour merch.
So tour merch. So all right. Well, first, if you're married, so it's different if like you like are casually dating somebody and they take your hoodie. Like that's kind of annoying.
Did he say they were married or are they dating?
I thought he said married. Right?
Did he say I love my wife?
Right?
Did he?
Yeah, with my wife.
The obligatory I love my wife.
So yeah, I love my wife. So I think if it's your wife and you are worried about her taking your hoodies, I think that's kind of crazy. Like she's gonna wear your hoodies, it's not that big a deal.
I guess it's this like the disrespect. Like,
well, so here's what I would say. That's a communication problem, I think.
Going back
because
to
like
Will.
Same thing with Will. You have to kind of communicate like, hey, I don't care if you wear any of my hoodies, but like the tour one, like I know this is kind of whatever, but like it that's like has a sentimental value. Like it means a lot to me. Please don't wear it.
Yeah.
Right? That's all. Easy, right? So I think that's a communication problem. I think that in general, John is being kind of a baby about the hoodies broadly. I think you could do like and he said, I thought about buying her a hoodie. I've tried everything. But you didn't even buy her a hoodie.
Yeah, he didn't say that.
Buy her a hoodie.
He didn't say it,
right?
Yeah.
Buy her a couple hoodies and be like, hey, even wear my hoodies.
Even buy the
Just
hoodies.
wear these.
Just buy them pretending they're for you.
Yeah.
That's
or
actually
like
great,
again,
yeah.
right? Like be like, hey, that one's yours. Keep that one. I want the tour one though. You know what I mean? And again, like communicate that. Like there's sweatshirts that I lose to my family.
Yeah.
Right? Like wife, kids, whatever.
So it
and
sounds
it's like you can have that. That's fine.
Well, it sounds like you're saying John's a bitch.
I think John's a little bit of a bitch.
Wow.
I think John's a little bit of a bitch. Second thing.
Wow.
Second thing.
I'm sorry, John.
There's another. Yeah. So John.
John, this backfired. This is what you call
over here.
This is what you call an all-time backfire.
Listen, you come in for advice. Like, I'm not fucking like not gonna hold your hand. You know what I mean? Like, this is what this is. Second thing. So a new flavor of this that you'll experience someday. But one that I'm dealing with in my life is my wife and my daughter. There's a clothes sharing element.
Oh, because yeah.
So I don't really have it with my son because it's like he doesn't want to wear anything that I wear and it doesn't fit him because he's like a normal size high school kid and I'm old and fat. So he doesn't want any of my clothes, but they share each other's clothes.
Okay.
So this is like a combo. Like it's very cute. And they like it a lot of the times, but then there's some times when it's like, where the fuck are my shoes?
There's no way they won't do it at some point.
Because it's very hard to share clothes with a person when it's like, oh, I'm trying to get out the door. You imagine, right? It's like you're trying to get out the door. This piece of clothing is missing.
Yeah.
The other person has it, put it somewhere, didn't wash it, whatever.
Well, you know my theory. Women can't really be friends, so it was bound to happen at some point.
Yeah.
Mother and daughter are no different.
You need to watch Gilmore Girls, my friends.
All right. So basically, John can fuck off.
Yeah, John.
So we'll move on to the last one. So this is from Jill on Gmail. I'll take this one.
All
right. So hi DWF. I need to know if I'm a victim of false advertising.
Ooh, okay.
When my boyfriend and I first started dating, this man loved shopping with me. He loved it. He would walk around the mall for hours, hold my bags, offer opinions, and even say things like, "Babe, that color looks amazing on you." I have some thoughts already. He one time voluntarily entered Bath and Body Works during candle season. No complaints, no bantering. I thought I
Sounds delightful.
He sounds pretty great, actually.
No, I'm saying we're entering Bath and Body Works. So candles smell great.
Oh, they do. Cucumber melon, dude, fucking rub it on me. I thought I found a unicorn. Fast forward 3 years, and now anytime I ask him to go to the mall for me, he says, don't they have curbside pickup? Being that other aspects of our relationship are great, some self-awareness here, it feels dumb to even bring this up, but I brought up the specific change in his behavior to his attention many times, and he just kind of shrugs it off. What do you think's going on? I actually know exactly what's going on. I figured it out. I figured out the ending of your story, Jill, in the first paragraph. He was trying to fuck you when you guys first started dating. So he would do shit like go to the mall and hold your fucking bag, and now he's tired of fucking you. I feel like there's no other answer.
That's not the most nuanced take, but yeah.
What's that advice when you ask the question that you know the answer to or something like that? It's like you're sort of like reaffirming the thing that you already knew.
A rhetorical question, but yeah. Like I think yours is kind of Occam's razor. It's like the simplest explanation is the right.
Yeah, that's better. Yeah, Occam's razor. So Jill, he was trying to fuck you. So here's what happened, Jill. So he goes and he meets you, right? And you're probably pretty hot. I don't know if you kept it up, but he tells his friends, he's like, this chick's great. I can do whatever I want with her. I just have to go shopping. They're like, that's it. So he does that for a while. He's obviously bagged you. He's committed it, and now he doesn't want to go do it. He wants you to order from Target, and then they'll go to the mall and wait at curbside. I can relate. I totally get that.
I think that's true.
Tom, you know,
if I can layer on top of that, you're not wrong, probably. But so I would say, Jill, you sound like a pretty thoughtful person. I would say if you did a little like. Sort of personal inventory, you would probably say that.
Have you gotten fat, Jill? Have you gotten fat?
Probably what I meant. It was probably things that you did at the beginning that you don't do anymore, right? Nobody's perfect. That happens to everybody. Everybody changes too. Like,
what's your blowjob cadence, Jill?
Everybody is false advertising. Like, nobody got the thing that they, you know what I'm saying? Like, nobody gets the package that they were initially advertised. Like, that's life, okay? But you got to figure out, like, how far off of that am I willing to go? And this is kind of the same thing. There's actually a theme with these emails today, I think. It's like, what are you willing to live with, right? Like what is most important to you? So if he's backslid on 3 things, is this the thing, right? Like
it actually sounds like he hasn't backslid on much because she's like, other than that, the relationship is great.
Other than that, the relationship's great, but she did say, unlike these other bozos, that she actually like brought this up and he just hasn't made any changes.
He just shrugs.
Yeah. So I think like you just have to kind of draw it out and be like, hey, like this is a thing that's actually like pretty important to me. What can we do to get this to happen? And you could also like raise, what can I do? What have I backslid on?
So with that said, Jill, be very prepared for him to say, well, you're not as hot as you were 3 years ago. I'm not saying he should say that. I just think that you should be prepared for that. You should
be prepared for whatever.
Tom, Occam's razor. If you want the answer, you got to be prepared for what they're going to say to you.
Yeah, he could say it. Yeah, he could just be like,
simplest answer is the easiest. He might be like, I heard it on the podcast. I knew that was you.
I have this chart of blowjob volume over time.
Also,
it's gone down.
Yeah, might be his answer. Blowjob to fat ass ratio was way out of proportion.
Might be his answer.
I'm not happy with it.
And then you could describe to him like the way this is, in which he's let himself go, which is probably numerous, right?
You know what? I bet he's a catch. All right, so that's our emails and feedback. Tom, how you feeling about that?
Yeah, that was interesting.
All right, so you ready to yell at some clouds?
Yeah, we'll yell at some clouds.
All right, you get 4 minutes. Let's hear that theme song, okay?
I don't need all that time, but yeah. Go.
Tom's in his 40s, stuck in his ways, hates all the new stars, lost in the haze. Christopher Nolan, Palmatora's a joke, Toronto off just another woeful. Tom yells at clouds, shaking his fist, screaming LeBron's not the GOAT on my list. Michael Jordan's the king, that's his creed. While the world moves on, Tom plants his seed.
Abort.
What?
This is a terrible idea. I'm not. Abort. Terrible idea.
All right, Tom.
Terrible idea.
Tom the Bear. Why don't you? Ooh, let's get it. Look at that. I love it. All right, so Tom Yells at Clouds. Tom, what do you got for us tonight?
Okay, so a recent theme on Tom Yells at Clouds has been that everything is worse, but it's all more expensive.
Yeah.
Right? So I went to the movies recently, okay? I saw
What'd you say?
this movie where Hugh Jackman has like the sheep and is a sheep detective.
Does not help his...
Sheep detectives.
It does not help his claim to not be gay, by the way.
Is he gay?
It's a rumor. I didn't make it up, so don't come after me.
Wow.
But there's an internet rumor that he might be gay.
That's a tough... I mean, it's an interesting name choice, if that's true.
Oh, Hugh Jackman.
This is right, Hollywood. That's probably not his real name.
I got to look that up. I don't even know. But, like, he sings really well.
He sings really well. Okay, that's not gay.
He dances really well.
That's not gay.
He's super handsome.
That's not gay.
He hangs out with Ryan
You're
Reynolds.
super handsome.
The shirt
You're
is
not
super
gay.
handsome. No, I'm not gay. But he hangs out with Ryan Reynolds, who, by the way, is getting a lot of fucking shit with this
Yeah,
Justin
you gotta
Baldoni
hold
thing.
that,
People are questioning if he's part of that Will Smith crowd who's like inside Hollywood gay. But either way, I saw the sheep movie. I mean, he's hanging out with sheep in the movie. What's the whole joke about like the men are men and the sheep are scared?
Wow, really?
I don't know. I'm just saying. I like Hugh Jackman a lot. Wolverine.
I mean, it sounds like you're making a lot of accusations.
If you're taking that to say that I think gay is bad,
Bestiality. It's you know.
I'm just saying it didn't help it. It didn't help the stories.
Okay.
All right,
Well,
but anyway.
I don't know. That's a separate. We allegedly, right? Hugh Jackman's gonna listen to this and sue us. So Hugh Jackman is in the movie.
Hugh, come on the podcast.
So first of all, I love movies. I'm a big movie guy.
Yeah.
I love movies. I love going to the movie theater. It's fantastic. I love the experience. The seats are really comfortable now.
Mm-hmm.
You get popcorn, you get food, whatever. I brought the whole family, so it costs $1 million fucking dollars, of course.
I bet you for
right?
tickets we're already at like 80.
Yeah, with tickets. Yeah, tickets are close to 80. The food's close to 80, or spend like $200 to go to the fucking movies.
Sure.
So, and we're going to see the sheep movie. It's a cute movie, right?
That's cute. Cute was the word I used.
The popcorn was garbage. The popcorn tasted gross. I usually like movie theater popcorn.
Do you put the butter on it or you just let
So
it?
this is my Tom Yells at Cloud. Actually.
Holy shit.
So-
guys, buckle up.
All of these people doing all this weird shit to popcorn. Okay, and I don't know when the Overton window opened wide open. So the Overton window is like what's socially acceptable, right? So it's like
You come here to learn, people.
You see, there you go. So it's like the Overton window is like, oh, you know, it's not okay to have sex with sheep, and then all of a sudden, like, you can have sex with sheep. This is the equivalent of that, but for popcorn, because you can now do it is socially acceptable. When I was a kid, if you put like some shit in your popcorn, that was weird.
Yeah.
It was a weird move. Now they're advertising it all over the fucking place.
Have you been to a showcase recently? They have Cheetos branded popcorn or like Oreo branded
The fuck
popcorn.
are we doing?
I know.
This is a classic staple of the movie going experience is to eat popcorn, and then I don't mean to be a segregationist, and then to separately eat your candy.
Oh,
And
yeah, you
they're
don't mix them.
pumping-
If you mix them, you're a fucking sociopath.
No, this is on the sign. This is on the sign that what do you like to mix in your popcorn?
They do it for you?
Nothing, you fucking psychopath. Like, you can get candy and then you just put it in the popcorn.
I thought you meant...
That's fucking gross.
I thought we were going to go to like... Okay, so remember those like bins of popcorn you can get at the supermarket that come in like a metal thing?
Yeah. And there's like a thing and a thing. And,
Caramel,
No.
cheese, and butter, right?
Yeah.
That's acceptable.
Yeah.
Like Cracker Jacks,
Yeah.
cheese popcorn, butter popcorn. I thought you meant like the cinnamon sugar powder that they can put
No.
Yeah.
Candy. And then
Yeah.
I saw a Family Feud question, and the question was like, what candy do you like to put in your popcorn?
And you're like, anal.
No fucking candy in my popcorn. Get the fuck out of here with that.
I don't put candy in my
Secondly,
popcorn, yeah.
secondly, my whole family does this second thing. They don't do the candy thing. I would disown them. But they do this second thing that I also think is weird, and this is a little bit more controversial. The butter through the straw thing. Have you seen this?
I know. First of all, I love this for my kids because they complain that the butter's not at the bottom. So I put the straw in, and so here's what you do, people. So you get the bag,
Yeah.
you put a straw in the bag, and then you use the whole of the straw for the butter to come down.
Okay.
And it goes into the bottom, and then
Yes.
as you pull the straw up, it
Yeah.
distributes the butter.
distributes it through
evenly.
okay.
I only do that for my kids. I do not do that personally
Okay, so first of all,
because they complain.
I'm a fat guy who loves butter. I love butter. My favorite part of eating like lobster is the drawn butter. I love butter. Okay,
I love it.
The butter at the movie.
Do you want some? I have some movie theater popcorn right there.
I love movie theater popcorn, but I will say the butter at the movie theaters is fucking gross.
It's not. Yeah,
I don't know what they do to it.
I think they call it. You know how you know it's not butter because they call it topping.
Yeah, it's right. Yeah, which is appropriate because it's fucking filled with toxic chemicals.
Yeah.
It's like slimy. It makes the popcorn soggy and disgusting.
Yeah.
And if you use a straw, or if you even put the butter on the popcorn, you're wrong.
Okay, that's a big take.
And if you put candy on the popcorn,
You're very wrong.
we should be asking you to leave the country. Like, right? We have all these immigration diehards.
You know who loves the
I'm not one of
candy
those.
in the popcorn?
Who?
Toronto Rob. Not surprised.
That's
Tom, par for the course.
rant over. Yeah.
Don't-
Yeah. Go
don't-
back to Toronto.
Go back. Okay, so just so we're on the same page, I totally agree with the annoyance. The money at the movies is ridiculous. Anything on your popcorn besides maybe the topping, I'm fine with. I do put it on every now and then, but I don't. Again, the straw is not me. But I do think it's getting a little ridiculous. I've never seen the mix. Were you AMC? Were you Showcase? Where were you
Yeah, it was
going?
AMC, and it's on the fucking poster.
That's bullshit.
They're promoting this. This is crazy.
That
They
is-
should be they should be the last line of defense. I would protest this. I don't really care about a lot of political issues these days,
right.
but yeah.
Well, I
I have a quick
hit me.
quick aside bonus. Tom Yells at Cloud.
Yeah.
Because the intro quickly said.
Pablo
like-
Torre.
Well, this is no problem. But it mentions LeBron versus Jordan.
Mm-hmm.
A new argument I had with my son recently. This is where they're morphing this into now. Steph Curry versus Jordan.
Oh, they're straw manning it.
They're moving to Steph Curry is a better offensive player than Jordan.
Is
Crazy.
it's interesting.
That's like the candy and the popcorn of sports debates. It's terrible.
Who's better?
Definitely Jordan. So here's
Is anybody better than Jordan?
Here's the reality. I'll do this quickly. I'm very passionate about this. I'm a huge Jordan fan. Here's the reality. This is how I do the eras thing. You take Steph Curry and you put him in Jordan's era, he would be Steve Kerr.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, because the coach would not let him play because he's like skinny. He doesn't play defense.
it was a very
all he
different
does is shoot. They don't give a shit about threes. He would play 20 minutes a game and he'd be a jump shooter.
Yeah.
Okay, you put Jordan in Steph Curry's era. Jordan would eat Steph Curry alive. He would become a better 3-point shooter because he would just be maniacally like working on threes in the gym all the time.
I agree.
Plus, he would be the greatest defender of all time. Plus, he would score off the dribble and he'd be like 50 times better than Steph Curry. So that's all I have to say about that.
All right. Well, I think that's a good segue, Tom. We're going to get into something really fun. Now, the original plan for this was we were going to have a 3-person panel for this.
Okay.
I tried to get your best friend, my also best friend, Toronto Rob, to come here, but his wife runs his life. The Greek runs his life. And when I was like, well, I'll get crafty. I'll tell her that I need help moving something. She came up with a million reasons why he couldn't do it. And then she found out I was lying to her and then said he can't come on the podcast because she doesn't like that he associates with liars. But I only lied because she wasn't going to let him do it. And she made up an excuse of why he couldn't do it. So I knew it. I was trying out lines on her to see what would work. What is going to allow you to let me hang out with your husband? I know it's not the podcast. Maybe it's if I need help. But even needing help, it was like on her terms, the Greek
But it was
terms.
fake needing help though.
But she didn't know that. She didn't
Well,
know.
first of all, I'm on her side. I agree.
Fuck
I'm
you,
glad
Tom.
I'm glad Toronto Rob.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So first, secondly, can we cover this quickly?
Sure.
This Nolan scandal.
What's the scandal?
So Christopher Nolan is making this movie, The Odyssey,
Yeah.
and the conservatives.
It's
see,
made.
This is
It's made, right?
well, it's made. I guess. Sorry. Yes.
He's got a 1 million miles of IMAX film.
Just throw up in my mouth. He's just like, oh, has such an expert war star. Fucking great. But so I'm a little conflicted because I'm a big lib, as everybody knows.
Oh, yeah.
So the conservatives are super mad at Christopher Nolan.
Why?
Elon Musk is tweeting about him like nonstop because he cast minorities in his movie. So he's in big trouble for that. But the people coming at him specifically
Tell me it's for Elliot Page or something.
are the Greeks. Because the Greeks are saying
Wow.
that there is cultural appropriation and he didn't cast any fucking Greeks. You think Tom Holland is Greek, Bobby?
No.
No, that motherfucker's not Greek. So he's in a lot of trouble for
Spider-Man.
not casting Greek people. He is we talk about the Greek. Toronto Rob loves the Greek.
She's Greek.
And he loves Christopher Nolan, but Christopher Nolan hates Greeks.
He hates Greeks.
Tough spot.
I wonder if knowing that she'll let him come on the pod so he can disavow.
I think he has to disavow.
He has
yeah.
to disavow Christopher Nolan.
I would just like to say right now, officially, I'll be the first one to do this. Toronto Rob,
Come on the
I'll
podcast.
call you out. I disavow Christopher Nolan.
Wow.
And his anti-Greek discrimination.
Isn't it funny too with and this segment is not about Toronto Rob, everybody, I promise, but isn't it funny how like when he loves I'm neutral on him, I don't hate him like you hate him, but it's like as much as you hate him, he loves him that much. So it's basically like we have literally the spectrum, right?
Yeah.
But he needs to strum in the fuck out of it. So he'll like text you and he's like, I'm out with so-and-so who you don't even know.
Yeah.
And he's like, they love Christopher Nolan.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't think that helps your argument. I mean, Tom doesn't know this
guy.
fucking guy.
Yeah, like,
I know the guy. And I guess he does watch a lot of movies. So I guess I respect his opinion, but like,
I don't.
Tom fucking doesn't know. He's not on the spectrum with us.
Who
So
the fucking watch a lot of movies? Your kids watch a lot of movies. Who the fucking cares?
My kids do watch
does
a
it
lot
make?
of movies. So here's the segment we're going to do tonight. So Tom
All
and I in Toronto Rob, it was going to be a 3-person thing. We're going to do a movie villain draft. Okay.
Yeah.
So it was going to be 3. Now it's going to be 2. So the idea here is like we're staying away from the notable villains. Like if you were the Joker in The Dark Knight, right? Heath Ledger was so great in that. You can't pick him, right? So it's sort of like off the beaten path villains who might sort of be cool, might actually be the antagonist in it, or because we're doing that, right? It's kind of quirky villains. We're opening it up to the antagonist or the protagonist who may actually be the antagonist. Is that fair?
Yeah. So basically anything but like a cliche villain. So
Correct.
Right, like you said, no Darth Vader,
No
the
Hannibal
Joker,
Lecter.
right? Yeah, but it could be anybody else. Somebody who's kind of a low key villain.
All right, so here's what we're gonna do. So we're gonna do 6 rounds. We're gonna do a snake draft. So it'll be first round will go to Tom, then me, and then I'll start the second round. We'll go through that for 6 rounds. We pick 6, and then afterwards we'll put them online, and we'll have you guys vote on who picked the best villains who fit the what would you call them, like non-billable. I mean, they're all billable, but
Yeah.
basically it's like off the beaten path. It's like second rate. What would you call them? They're still villains.
Yeah. Not cliche.
Not
Not
cliche.
headliner.
Not headliner.
Whatever, yeah.
All right, so Tom, you're on the clock. You get 5 seconds between, and then in the second round, third round, we'll do 10 seconds. Okay. So you're on the clock right now. Raise your hand when you have your pick in.
Okay. I got
Pick. Hold on. Pick is in. Tom, for the first round, what do you got?
Okay. So my 1-1, and this is going to be a test of
1-1.
like, if we're on the same page with this,
Okay.
whether this is like too villainy.
No, there's no wrong answers here because if you pick them, they're on the board. People are going to vote. But if you want,
Okay.
but
All
if
right.
you want to defend somebody,
So
right?
here's my 1-1.
Okay.
And this is going to be like a little bit of a giveaway of like how I'm doing this.
Okay.
I think it's going to be different than how you do it. Is Gordon Gekko.
Okay.
Okay. Gordon Gekko. Greed is good. Right. So for me, the best villains, right?
Mm-hmm.
The guy's like an asshole, but he's charismatic.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So you're like, it's memorable, but it's not like, oh, he just does bad shit all the time. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So the first part of the movie, you're like, ooh, Gordon Gekko, look at this guy. You know what I mean? And he's very charismatic, but he's a huge asshole.
Did he
Ruins
actually say
Charlie
greed
Sheen.
is good? Because wasn't that like a Mandela effect type thing too?
It's not. I don't think that's the exact quote. It's like I forget the exact quote. Yeah, but it's like the quote isn't quite that. It's like the all the Churchill quotes that Churchill never said. It's like the saying. The thing that you need to know is that greed, as a matter of fact, is good or something like that.
I think
It's
that's a
not
good
quite
pick.
as good.
Because like here's the thing: in that movie, it's not every movie has an antagonist and protagonist, right?
Yeah.
Unless it's a Nolan movie, but they all have that. So,
And people just fly around and don't say anything.
but you don't think of it as like you don't go to that movie being like, oh, he's a villain.
Right. Exactly.
I think that's sort of what we're
So he
going
is
for.
kind of the primary antagonist, but he's not like a villain. He's not what you'd think of as a traditional villain.
Yep. Okay. So here's what I'm going to do, Tom, because I know you love this.
Yeah.
I'm going Gaston from Beauty and the Beast.
Ooh.
Yeah. Gaston, first of all, he's handsome as fuck, right?
Okay.
But he knows it.
Yeah.
And he's also kind of a prick to the point where if you see Gaston at Disney, he's also kind of a prick.
Yeah, he's a huge prick.
So I'm picking him because I don't think you have to defend this pick at all.
Yeah.
And he's just a prick. I don't think he actually kills anybody, though he probably tries. And I think while he's trying to fuck Belle, he's got all those other chicks back home, which kind of makes him cool.
And he's not, if you do that, like, this is actually a good literal test. I don't think he's in any of the Disney villain stuff.
No.
Because he's just, like, not thought of as a villain, but he is.
Yeah, he's not Ursula, right?
Yeah,
He's not Jafar.
Can I give you a hot take? I don't think this is on your board.
Do you
It's
hate
not on
Gaston?
mine. No, I like that. That's that's a great one. It's actually kind of in line with what I did. So I'm a little worried now because I only have like 7 people on my 6-pick board. But so I hope you don't take any of mine. But a good swerve pick
Okay.
would have been from the same movie,
What? The dad?
The Beast.
Now, here. Okay, so there's a reason.
Because I will say that does not age well.
I'm going to tell you right now. It's TV and movies. I did not pick The Beast, and I did not pick Zach Morris because we covered them in episode 2
that's
or
right.
something when we talked about
yeah.
main characters are actually
But
dickheads.
The Beast is like a rapist, basically. He's like imprisoning a woman in his tower. It's like,
And he fucking gaslights the shit out of her.
Yeah.
And like what's that? He triangulates too. His friends, the candelabra in the clock are like, "Oh, look, I know he beats the shit out of you. He keeps you up in the attic. Look, he's a good guy.
He's a good guy deep down.
He's a good guy. Come on, be his guest.
If you stay, he'll be handsome.
He will be.
Yeah.
You know what?
He's gonna
Suck his
become
dick.
handsome.
Suck his dick, and he will turn into that handsome prince. She's like, but he's all hairy. He's like, just do it anyway. All right, so I get Gaston. So
right,
I
so
get
you
to
got
go to the second one.
Okay, snake draft.
I'm gonna come in with a comedic villain.
Okay.
That actually he's not the hero of the story by any means. But without this person playing this person, I don't know if it would have been great. I have Ernie McCracken, Bill Murray from Kingpin.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Big
Yeah.
fucking earned.
Yeah.
It starts obviously. He does the shit with like he puts the sugar in the gas tank. So Woody Harrelson can't drive because he's got sugar in the gas
Yeah,
tank,
yeah.
and you find that Bill Murray's got like a thing fucking sugar in the back. He's got Big Earn when he's like he's taking care of like foster kids and he's banging their moms. He's great. Then Tom, with my pick of Ernie McCracken, we're back to you. So you're on the clock. Raise your hand when you got it.
Okay.
All right, with the second pick in the second round, Tom, who do you got?
All right, so this is an upside pick. This is that type of pick that like gets GMs fired, right? Or put in the Hall of Fame, right? So second pick, I'm gonna go with Maverick from Top Gun.
Maverick
From Top Gun
He did get his friend killed.
as a low key villain. People love Maverick, but did get his friend killed.
Yeah.
He's a huge asshole the whole movie.
Big time.
They're flying fighter jets. Like this isn't like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and he's just like, I don't give a fuck about anything.
This isn't Cruising USA.
It's like, dude, you're flying a fucking fighter jet. Like when you go to like school to learn how to drive, they're like, hey, this is a really serious thing. You have to take this responsibility seriously. This motherfucker's flying around in a fighter jet and he just doesn't give a fuck.
So I think this is the first one that has to be defended because he's technically the protagonist.
Yeah, he's a protagonist, but
I
he's a
get it.
huge asshole. And the worst thing that happens in the movie is when Goose dies and it's all his fault.
You're right.
Right? It's all his fault. And I'll tell you too, like this is one where like when I watched it as a kid, I was like, oh, Maverick's so cool. But then you watch it as a grown up and you're like, you know what? Iceman's right. This guy's a fucking piece of shit.
He is I totally agree with that. He's a hothead, right? And I guess
Yeah.
I guess the point of the movie is he learns his lesson. He
Yeah.
becomes like a team player, and then they get that sequel. Which, by the way, everyone was fucking blowing ropes over that sequel.
Yeah.
I thought it sucked my ass.
I mean, it was kind of fan servicey.
It was
right?
member berries.
Yeah. It was what it was. I mean, it was like I agree.
All right, so Maverick. So Tom, because we're now in the third round, you're back on the board.
Okay.
First overall pick in the third round. What do you got?
I got it.
You're on the clock.
I'm on the clock. Okay.
What do you got?
This is another one that might be a little controversial. Saul Goodman.
Saul Goodman.
So Saul Goodman.
Not on my list.
Saul Goodman. So I like these like charismatic,
Yeah.
right? Likable characters, funny, right? You would be like, oh, what a cool guy.
Yeah.
But then like total piece of shit, right?
Okay.
And so through Better Call Saul and through Breaking Bad, he's breaking lots of laws.
He's worse than Breaking Bad for sure.
Yeah, he's worse than Breaking Bad. Well, he's more like Weasley.
That obviously comes
accomplice-y.
later, right? So he's progressed.
And then Better Call Saul, like they build the whole character and everything, but he's
Yeah.
a piece of shit in Better Call Saul too. He's fucking people over. He's betraying people. He does like a bunch of horrible things.
If you sort of
He's
think
a
of
train wreck.
in his character arc, right? So he's like slipping Jimmy, right?
Yeah.
So he's like kind of
Yeah.
a prick, and then he goes up and he's better.
Yeah.
And then there's some controversy over how he like sets his brother up, but his brother was trying to motherfuck him too. Like he sets his brother up with the battery in his pocket.
Right.
And then at the end of it, he's like the hero, I guess. But he sort of solidifies that character of who he is in Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
So I agree. I think even though he is the protagonist, he technically would be even there's like, you know, Tuco and all these other people. He is an antagonist in that world. I think everybody in that show is kind of an antagonist.
Yeah, that's true.
So when you think about it, but
heroes.
I think that's great. So you want to go Saul Goodman?
Yeah, Saul Goodman.
Okay.
That's my pick.
All right. So this is going to be a this is going to be in the same vein. It's not on the list, and this is why the third person probably would have been better. We'd have to cross some shit off. I'm going with Mrs. Doubtfire, Robin Williams and Mrs. Doubtfire.
Wow.
And I didn't hit my.
It's a controversy.
I was on the clock. I could have just hit it. I didn't. Let's do it anyway. So with the second pick in the third round, I'm going Mrs. Doubtfire from Mrs. Doubtfire.
Wow.
If you think about what he did, right? So Sally Field, like at first when I saw it, I think I saw it in 93 or something. I think we came out 92, 93. He's sympathetic, right? He just wants to see his kids, whatever.
Yeah.
But he's kind of like a big goon. Yeah. And he's not, I mean, he's a great dad in the sense that he's attentive, but everything's sort of a party with him.
Yeah.
And then when he loses, when he gets divorced, instead of just like taking it like a man, like I am, like you did, he dresses like a fucking old woman and infiltrates her life to be around his kids, which on the surface sounds wholesome.
Yeah.
But it would definitely get you arrested.
Oh, yeah.
If that happened today.
Yeah. And it's
so I think he's kind of a villain.
Tremendous, like
if you think about it.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's where we're at. That. So that's the third round. So I have Tom. Tom has Gordon Gekko, Maverick, and Saul Goodman. I'm coming in hot with Gaston, Ernie McCracken, and Mrs. Doubtfire.
Okay.
Okay. So we're halfway through the draft. Tom, you're back on the board. Let me know when your pick is in. Actually, no, it's me. It's the fourth round.
You again. Yeah. Right.
All right. So I'm going to go with I wouldn't call this guy a sleeper. He's kind of a goon, but I think he's a good villain because the movie in the context, it's perfect. He's very weak, but it's perfect. I'm going with Dark Helmet from Spaceballs. What do you think about that? So he doesn't, I mean, memorable lines up the ass with that guy. Like, I bet she gives great helmet or fooled you. Like, he's got tons of great lines, but Lone Star's going to kick his ass at the end. So he's not like a strong villain. Yeah. He's not like Darth Vader where you're like, is he actually going to win? Right. But he's just comic relief. Rick Moranis plays it to a T. Yep. And I'm going with off the beaten path bad guy with Dark Helmet.
Love it.
All right, Tom, that is my first pick in the fourth round. What do you got?
All right. So I got...
You're on the board?
You got to do the sound.
Do it.
Yeah.
With the second pick in the fourth round, Tom picks...
Okay. So this is my fourth pick, right?
Fourth pick. You're snaking this one too.
So I'm going Tony Soprano.
Okay.
So again, right? Like same theme, super charismatic guy, right? You would probably love to hang out with Tony Soprano for a little while.
Yeah.
Total scumbag, right? Like you watch that show, especially when you binge watch that show, you're like, this guy is one of the worst.
He gets worse
in the history of fiction.
Yeah.
It's wild what a terrible person he is. So
he is. And what's his first big kill? Is it Big Pussy?
Yeah, Big Pussy.
Was he talking to the FBI?
Alerts,
I think we get
too soon. Christopher.
Yeah.
Adriana. Like basically, like everybody in his life.
Does he kill Adriana, or is it that dude from Bruce Springsteen's?
I mean, he calls a hit, but it still does it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. So 20%. All right. So you're back on the clock. Fifth round. What do you got?
So you do the sound. Okay, so this one I don't think you're really gonna get.
Okay,
your kids aren't at this age yet.
Yeah.
Ron Weasley.
Oh.
So Ron Weasley from Harry Potter is like a fucking wine bag. Okay, so he's like Harry's best friend, right? And you're supposed to like him because he's part of he's Harry's best friend, and it's Harry, Hermione, and Ron. Mm-hmm. So Ron is a huge wine bag. He's got a crush on Hermione, but Hermione likes somebody else at first.
He's a poor.
He won't
fuck
ask
too,
her
right?
out. He's poor, yeah. And so he just feels.
He's got
sorry
red
for himself.
hair.
He's always complaining that Harry gets all the attention. He complains. He ruins the fucking wizard ball or whatever because Hermione goes with Victor Crumb because he didn't. Sack up and ask her because he thought and he asked her as an afterthought, and he's just like a fucking wine bag the whole time.
You know who's gonna hate that pick? Horse.
Oh, well, he likes Ron Weasley?
He went as Ron Weasley to one of our parties at Beach Street.
Well, that's just because he's got red hair. Oh. I don't think he likes Ron Weasley.
You anti-gingite.
I'm not anti. I'm just saying that's why I picked the cast. It's
I see it. Yeah, he's kind of a whiny bitch. Yeah. All right, cool. All right, so I'm back on the clock. I'm going to snake this. So I'm going to actually hit you with a big one for number 6 because I get to pick twice. So with my second pick in the fifth round, I'm going with a classic, Biff Tannen from Back to the Future.
Okay.
So obviously he's probably into sexual assault. Every movie that we have from Back to the Future 1, 2, 3, every iteration of the Tannins are fucking awful. And Biff Tannen in the sequel, Back to the Future 2, where they go to the alternate timeline.
Yeah.
Doesn't Biff Tannen represent exactly somebody that's in our lives right now who's a giant fucking piece of shit?
It's pretty funny.
All right, so Biff
That's a good
Tannen.
one. That's a good one. I like that.
Okay, and here's where I'm going to round it out, right? So
Okay.
I'm on the clock, and I'm going to hit you with somebody really big right now that is probably one of the most low-key is a filler word, doesn't mean anything, bad guys of our generation who doesn't get nearly enough credit. Look what you did, you little jerk himself, Uncle Frank from Home Alone.
Ooh,
Uncle
that's
Frank
a good one.
from Home Alone is such a fucking prick. Even I think in the second one, Kevin accidentally walks in on him, like taking a shower, and he's like, "Get out of here, you little pervert!" As if like anybody wants to go see Uncle Frank's fucking dick. Uncle Frank, played by Jerry Bamman in Home Alone 1 and 2. I don't think he was in the third one. I think it was all fucking Joe shit rat
Nobody was in
man.
the third one.
But Uncle Frank is a perennial fucking dickhead.
Do your kids like Home Alone?
They love it, but they don't get Uncle Frank yet.
Yeah, Home Alone is not just our generation. I think it's funny that aged so well because it's such an of its time to me, kind of look and feel wise. But my kids love it. Their little cousins love it. Like,
And who didn't have the
love it.
fucking douchebag uncle?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, well, plus it's like it is like a kid empowerment thing where he's just like, I'm gonna fucking run around, do whatever I want in the house, and then own these adults, right?
And not only that, like Uncle Frank, you think about like the shitty scumbag things he does. Like I'm just thinking like the beginning, the pizza's there, and they give him the pizzas, and they're like $108, right, or whatever.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, I don't have my wallet. He's
got it, yeah.
He's got it. Like, not my house, whatever he says. And then they're on the plane, and he's like, they're in first class, if you remember.
Yeah.
And he grabs the salt and pepper, and he's telling his wife, he's like, put it in your purse. It's real crystal. Put it in your purse. He's like, he wants that shit.
Yeah.
They're like, Peter McAllister's paying for everything for Uncle Frank.
Totally.
Is that his brother?
Yeah.
It's got to be, right?
Yeah, it's his brother. Yeah.
Frank is a fucking cocksucker,
Totally.
but I want him on my team.
That's a good one.
All right,
that's
so
a good pick.
in the
Okay.
last pick of the bad guy draft, Tom, what do you got? You're on the
All right,
clock.
so I'm gonna gamble again. I got a couple honorable mentions.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah, go ahead.
Pick is in. What do you
Okay,
got?
this is gonna be a controversial one.
Okay.
Yoda.
Wow, Tom, your list is very eclectic. Why Yoda?
So Yoda is he's a dick to Luke Skywalker. He doesn't communicate well.
Okay.
He speaks like a fucking asshole.
I
Okay?
cannot agree
He
more.
talks in riddles. Okay. He is like, oh, we got to go to the swamp and like train for a while the fucking universe is at stake.
Yeah.
Right. And hot take, but like, is the Empire really the bad guys?
I mean,
It's like a little bit of Law and Order.
well, it's also too like in the American Revolution, if we didn't win, we would be the fucking bad guys.
Yeah. So I don't know.
And I guess the question is, could he have just fucking beat Darth Vader to begin with? I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I think like in lore, he was pretty powerful, but he was old. You know what I mean? So I don't know if he.
I don't
know if
watch
he
that
could
shit.
Yeah, Darth Vader was pretty powerful, I think.
All right.
But,
All right. So for Tom's bad guy roster, we have Gordon Gekko, we have Maverick from Top Gun, we have
Yep.
Saul Goodman,
Yep.
we have Tony Soprano, Ron Weasley, and rounding it out on Tom's team, it's Yoda against Gaston, Ernie McCracken, Mrs. Doubtfire, Dark Helmet, Biff Tannen, and the famous, infamous Uncle Frank.
wow.
So we're gonna put these online. You guys get to vote, and the winner gets a blowjob from the loser. So
I love it. Well, I
that's the
have
rules.
two topical honorable mentions.
Yeah.
That didn't make my cut. You didn't take any of my picks.
No, you didn't take any of mine. I think if we had Toronto Rob here, we would
You
have had
ruined it. I agree.
it would somebody would have bound to have done.
Yeah, it would have been ruined. So my two, one, Dawson.
Oh, Dawson Leary's a huge pussy.
Dawson Leary,
Yeah.
total villain. Secondly, Tristan from Gilmore Girls. So my fellow Gilmore Girls
Yeah.
enthusiast will get that one. He was a douchebag kid. So actually, he was a kid from One Tree Hill.
Also, a gay show I didn't watch.
Okay. Not Chris Pratt. Chris Pratt was in One Tree Hill.
Oh, hello.
And he was friends with this kid who played Tristan,
Okay.
who was a huge douchebag. When Rory first gets to the private school,
Yeah.
this kid's there and he's like hot shit.
He date rapes her.
He probably would have. So yeah, he's a huge douchebag. So
All right, those are great honorable mentions. So we'll move on to the next thing. So we teased this story the last time. I'll try to do a condensed version of it. But basically, the way that this story came back into the forefront of my mind is in therapy, unpacking a ton of shit, and the idea that like I'm a people pleaser came in. So let's do some story time with Bobby Vito, okay?
Tune my guitar to a broken heart's key. Pull up a stool and take a long look at me. I wore my best shirt with a mustard stain, trying to dance in a hurricane. Met a lady named Clara at the 5 and dime. I checked my watch and I lost my mind. I told you she looked like a dream I once had. Then I realized the dream was actually quite bad. Oh, it's a story time, Bobby Vito again, where the finish line moves before I begin. I shave carpet and ask you the time, searching for a story, no leads and no rhyme. If I am losing, then I am losing with a smirk. I guess Vito might be jerk.
I don't think Vito's a jerk on this one, but we will find out what's going on with me. So story time with Bob Vito. So Tom, I'm going to take you back about 15 years. It is the summer. It's almost 15 years. So it's the summer of 2011. Okay. And I'm headed to Brewerfest in Burlington, Vermont. Okay. So the reason we're going up there is it's the second year actually we've done this, and I'm going with Phoebe Cates, Golden Pipes Mike, Conti, Jamie, and Lindsay, and we're gonna stay at Lindsay's parents' house on Lake Dunmore. It's beautiful, right? It's this nice lake. Because it's the second year we've made the trip, instead of just going up for the weekend, we said, look, let's take off Wednesday through Friday, and we'll make a whole like half week out of it.
Okay.
And at the time, Golden Pipes Mike worked at Harpoon, so he just like loaded. He got all this free beer at like $1 a case or something crazy like that. So we go up on Wednesday and we're partying, right? So a couple days before we get up to Brewerfest in Burlington. It's probably 40 minutes away. Okay. So one of the things that happened was we messed up the year before because it's about a 40-minute trip, and the way they do this beer fest is you have like a Friday night session, then 2 sessions on Saturday, afternoon and night, and then I think there's an afternoon on Sunday. And because we would always do the night session, we'd have to drive back to...
what is the session? You're just drinking beer?
It's like a beer tasting thing. They have like
beer
100 different brewers from the area come in,
it.
right? And you get tickets and you get like a glass, and honestly, some like if you plan it right and you get like a couple of like 8% like ABVs or something at the beginning, like you're pretty toast by the second beer. I don't really drink beer anymore, so I don't really know how it would work. But either way, so we kind of messed up. We didn't get a hotel the first year. We drove back, which was obviously bad. So the second year, we're like, we're gonna be smart. We're gonna get a hotel. Okay. So we're there on Wednesday.
What's the worst that could happen?
What's the worst thing that happen? So we're there Wednesday up at the lake, and we're gonna leave for the beer fest Saturday afternoon, spend the night in Burlington, and then come back. And then
I love Burlington.
Burlington's great. Yeah. So the day that we're leaving, right? So we've been drinking like crazy for a couple of days. We pregame like the 20-something heroes that we are, right? And as we get closer to leaving, we realize we have another ticket to the group, which was fine, or another ticket to the beer fest, which is fine because Lindsay introduces us to a new member of the group, which is her cousin. Okay. So her male cousin comes, and he's about our age, I think. And none of us had met him before, but he's up there because they have like all these, like her family owns like a bunch of houses on this lake, and they all vacation there all the time. Okay. So her cousin's there, and it's like he's her friend. Obviously, we're there with her. Like, of course, we're gonna hang out with him. Okay. So we give him the extra ticket, and we're figuring out logistics of the hotel. And it's determined in a non-sexist way that Lindsay will take all the females, and then her cousin will take all the males because they're from the area, they live in the area, they know how to get there. So we pile into these cars. He's driving a Nissan Altima, I think, and that'll come into play a little bit later, right? So this decision for him to drive was in no relation to anybody's sobriety at the time. Okay. So when we leave, actually, I talked to the guys about this. I can't even recall if we thought he was any more drunk than any of us were, but it was fine. Okay. But the minute we pull out of the driveway, it's probably like, again, 40 minutes to Burlington, and we're probably like 10 minutes before we get to civilization. The minute we pull out of the driveway, there's a feeling of like death. We all know we've made a terrible choice, right? So as we talked about before, Lindsay drives like an absolute savage. She's an absolute jerk behind the wheel.
Okay.
So she gets ahead of us. And we're trying to keep up with this maniac, her cousin who we don't know, is trying to keep up. So they're I don't want to say he's trying to pass her, but like it's dirt roads to get to the highway, so it's very like stop and go. It's very bumpy. Like
The roads in Vermont are bananas. Like they're just like narrow and they wind and they go forever and there's no lights.
Dude,
crazy.
It's like, to your point, it's borderline like all dirt roads. Like it's borderline like they just cleared a path of trees. So like between like the stumps on either side, you can't even like get the roads aren't that wide. There's like moose tracks.
I forget which college it was, but I was like, oh, okay, it's like 3 hours. So there must be a bunch of there was like no highway. It was like 3 hours of fucking back roads somehow.
Oh, it's unbelievable.
Yeah.
So we finally get on Route 70. It's probably like 10 or 15 minutes into the 40-minute trip to Burlington. And somehow, instead of being relieved that we're at least on like a main road, we're white knuckling this for like the next whatever, right? So the good news is on this road, there's like a bunch of lights. So every couple minutes we have to stop. And as long as this kid doesn't pass out or crash into somebody, like we're fine. So we have a group text with everybody in there except him because nobody knows him except Lindsay. And the girls tell us rather that, hey, they're going to stop at this gas station to get gas on the way there. So I have this idea. I'm going to get the fuck out of this car at the gas station. Love my friends, but I'm getting the fuck out of here. I'm going to abandon them. Okay. So unfortunately we get to the gas station, but we're so far behind them that she's already filled up her tank and my plan is foiled because she's pulling out.
Because you were going to switch cars.
I was going to switch cars. So she's pulling out. Okay.
And this is pre-Uber. You can't just like.
Yeah, this is 2011. Yeah. By the way, it's 2011 and like you're not in Burlington and you're not at the town that we came from. So there's like absolutely
station
nowhere to go. Okay. Thinking like, okay, at least now we're caught up to them. Maybe he'll slow down a little bit. They drive out, think we're just going to pull up behind them. Nope. He stops. So he stops and we don't really know what's going on. So he goes in there and basically I turn around to the guys. So I'm in the front seat. I turn around to the guys, Golden Pipes, Mike and Conti. And I'm like, hey, I'm not a pussy or anything, but this kid's like an absolute like sociopath. Like he's absolutely crazy behind the wheel, right? And they all agree, no, we're not pussies. But yes, we do agree with you. He's absolutely crazy. So a few minutes later, this kid comes out holding a bag. And I have no idea what's in the bag, but Tom, I know what's in the bag, okay? So pulling out of the parking lot.
Human head.
It's what's in the box, right? So we pull out of the parking lot like he just robbed the place, right? Like even though we're just pulling out of a gas station, he pulls out like we just rob it. And he gets back on the road. We still have about 15 or 20 minutes left before we get to where we're going. And I don't remember what led to it, but shortly after leaving the station, the kid opens the mystery bag, which is between his legs, and what's in it is 6 silver bullets, fresh from the Rockies, Tom. And the cans were so cold that the mountains probably actually skipped over being blue. They were some sort of like shade of purple. Right? I text the guy saying it was nice to know them. Obviously, they agree. And then this happens. This next moment happens. And it sort of lives in infamy with the group where we get to the next set of lights and it's a 2-lane set of lights, right? Okay. So you can either take the right or you can stay in the left lane and then go straight. So when we get to the set of lights, a car goes right and we have a car in front of us. So I think, okay, good. At least he can stop here.
Yeah.
But Tom, he leaves maybe like 7 to 10 feet between us and the car in front of us in that left lane. And as soon as the light turns green, he doesn't skip a beat. He slams the paper bag with now 5 silver bullets into my chest. He goes, this is where I get nasty. And he holds onto the wheel and he guns it to like go back to like Spaceballs, like fucking ludicrous speed.
Yeah.
It's like we've gone plaid. He swerves around the fucking car ahead of us and he just blows all these lights. He just keeps going all the way through. And I can't see how fast he's going because he's driving an Ultima. If you remember from Andy's car, the way that the speedometer is set, it's like set in the back. It's got like this like pitched window into the speedometer. So I'm leaning back in the seat, and I turn to Conti, and he mouths to me, "He's going 100."
Wow,
dude, I was totally freaking out. So obviously I'm here, I'm telling you the story. We pull into the hotel and I'll never forget, I get out of the car, I kiss the ground. I was so amazed that we had fucking made it.
Yeah.
And this story kind of was like, for the rest of the night, we basically ditched the kid. Oddly enough, even though he was wearing like, It's her cousin. Sorry, Lindsay. Your cousin was a fucking bozo. But he's wearing like a Fraggle Rock t-shirt. He looks like he just got out of bed. He's like a Vermont kid,
Yeah.
basically. But like we see him later in the night. He doesn't know anybody there, but he's got like 2 chicks with him. He leaves
like a cool
early.
dude.
I know. Honestly, like if he didn't almost kill me, he probably would have been. But this idea that like Golden Pipes Mike, Conti, myself, well, all 3 of us pretty respectable.
Yeah.
Nobody fucking said shit to this kid.
Well, yeah.
Yet
It's because he's got aura, as the kids say.
that's probably what it is.
Yeah.
But like I think if like my kids, I say like never, don't ever get in a car with someone who's drinking,
Yeah.
right? I think that I would do the right thing, yet I was in the situation and nobody did the right thing. So is it people pleasing because it's her cousin and nobody really wants to like make waves or make it awkward for anybody? Or is it something else? What do you got?
I think you got mavericked.
Ooh, tell me
Kid
more.
is maverick. He's going 100 miles an hour. He doesn't give a fuck, right? Like you guys ditch him. He's like, I don't care. Or you ditch me. I ditch you. I would pick up chicks. He doesn't care who dresses.
He doesn't. No, he
He had
didn't.
chicks hanging all over him.
No.
Lives in Vermont. Just doesn't give a fuck.
But you know what though, Tom? It came out.
I'm sorry. You're my friend. I love you.
Yeah.
You're a super cool person.
Oh, shit.
But he comes off way cooler in that story than you do.
I mean, I'm the bitch complaining.
He's
about
just like ripping beers, driving 100 miles an hour. He's totally fine. Picking up chicks.
But is this also, right?
I'm about to get nasty. That could be his tagline.
No,
that could be his tagline right before he did something like.
This is where
You know what I mean?
this
Something
is where it
super
gets.
cool.
You know what's so funny about this
Probably
kid
said that to
too?
his girl.
Before I get into the other part of the story, the funniest part is like this is 2011 where I meet this kid.
Yeah.
And then I go to Lindsay's wedding in 2015.
Yeah.
And I see him, and he's like complete. He's got a wife now and maybe a kid, and he's wearing a suit and his hair slicked back like
Yeah.
Gordon Gecko. And I walk over to him like, "Oh hey, what's going on?" He had no recollection of who the fuck I
Of
was.
course he didn't. He doesn't give a shit. He doesn't remember anybody. You remember him. He doesn't remember you.
That's actually fucking true. So the other
He mogged. Do you know what mogged means?
no.
Okay, this is like one of these like internet meme words.
What is it?
So it's basically like he showed you. He mogged you.
He mogged me.
He mogged you.
He's a mogging motherfucker.
Yeah, he mogged you.
But the other part I was thinking about, outside of being a people pleaser, which obviously I am, are you familiar with what the bystander effect is?
Yeah, I think so. Explain it though.
So basically, the bystander effect is this like phenomenon where individuals feel significantly less likely to help a victim or stand up for themselves in situations with other people around them because they don't want to either, corrupt the established order, or they don't want to speak out and say that something's wrong when something might not really be wrong, whatever
Okay.
it is. So the most common case of this, or the most famous case, I should say, occurred was in New York and Queens, I think, in 1964. It was this woman, I should say, Kitty Genovese, and she's walking through the courtyard of her building in Queens, and she gets like raped and murdered. And the story goes that like 38 people reported it after the fact.
Yeah.
And these are all like law-abiding citizens.
Yeah.
Now, the New York Times at the time actually did like an expose on it. It turned out that maybe some people did call during the thing, but this idea was everybody else thought that somebody else was going to do it,
Yeah, yeah.
or they would be calling the police for
Right.
the wrong reasons, and that's called the bystander effect. And I think that there was a part of that too, right? So it wasn't just about people pleasing, but
Yeah.
like, not to be like the pussy in the group and be like, hey man, maybe you
Yeah,
shouldn't
right,
do
right.
that.
Yeah, for
but it's
sure,
also like, oh, if this is really a problem, someone else will say something. Do you know what I mean? What do you
Yeah.
think about that?
Yeah. No, I think he just like triple mogged you guys.
Now that I
Triple mogging.
Now that I tell this story, this is where I get nasty. I tell the story to you, and I'm like, you know what? This kid fucking did have some swag.
Yeah.
He did. Then when we get back to the lake house the next day, everybody wanted to kill him, but he's like laying in a lounge chair with no shirt on. And he's like, "Oh, I missed you guys last night. I brought these 2 chicks back to the hotel. I left before you guys even got back."
This guy's the coolest guy I've ever heard of. What is your problem?
You know what? In hindsight, Tom, I'm telling the story.
You just took a big L with that story. This guy's the coolest guy ever.
All right, well, I'm a fucking pussy. So you know what pussies do? They shop at Prisco Dildos. Here's a brand new spot
Ooh,
from our
okay,
sponsor,
yeah,
Prisco Dildos.
For when the season starts to turn its face and summer heat begins to haunt the air, there is a healing temple of a place with every shape of joy that you could share. From coast to coast, the
Prisco Dildos. You can find them on the web at priscodildosannie.com. Tom, that was the brand new summer spot for Prisco Dildos. Did you feel good?
Oh my God, fantastic.
What did you, here's the thing. So I heard the last one, obviously we heard the last one for a couple months and now we have this one. I feel like this one's going to grow on me, but it does give you those summer vibes, doesn't
Yeah, I
it?
feel like I'm at the beach.
So yeah, I'm at the beach.
Dildo in my ass.
We're at the beach with Fraggle Rock t-shirts, getting shown up, getting mugged around, and you can find them again at priscodildosannie.com.
I mean,
that,
mugged.
Just
Mug
mugged.
yourself again.
That I just get remugged. That
Infinite
website
mug
is live, taking your order for that guy to mug me all day long. Okay, so Tom, I will say this. So we're going to do a Mystery Game of Desire. We're going to change it up a little bit.
Oh boy! All right.
So obviously we're going to play the theme music because that's what we do. But I do want to apologize to everybody out there because if you saw our teaser on Instagram, there was a girl holding up a sign that said the No Dick Bozo is back. Did you happen to see that?
Oh no.
So the No Dick Bozo is back. However, something amazing happened today, and we had to bump the No Dick Bozo. So our friend from Philadelphia who sent us a No Dick Bozo, we're going to get to that in episode 22 because, as I mentioned, we are not stopping at 21. We're going to keep on fucking going, baby. Divorce with Friends is like gooning, right? It's it's a force of nature. You don't just stop.
That's true.
We're going to keep doing it. So we're going to do some Tom's Mystery Game of Desire, and then I'm going to tell you about what's going on next. You ready, Tom?
Tom walks in with a devil's grin, a bottle of Jack and a twisted spin. Gay porn's on, the stakes are high, but no one knows what's lurking nigh. Oh, Tom's mystery game of desire. Will it burn slow or ignite like fire? Straight or gay, what will he say? He sucked that dick, he ate that ass. Who cares? Let's hear that laugh.
Yeah, baby. It is Tom's Mystery Game of Desire, but we're actually going to do a little bit something different. So it's actually going to be me today.
Flipping it.
Tom gets to ask the questions to me because we all know how wonderfully witty Tom is. But the reason we're doing this is we get an email today from somebody, and they were like, "Hey, I heard the last episode. Listen to all your episodes. Heard the last episode. I didn't realize it was a year."
Yep.
And congratulations to you on a year. I have a special gift for you.
Ooh.
And that's going to explain the game. So I want to play the special gift. You ready?
Okay. Yeah.
Hello, Bobby Vito and Tom the Bear. This is the hardcore legend, Mick Foley. And this, the guy had these teeth. They were lost that night, June 28th, 1998. I say that's a memento. The lack of the teeth is in and of itself the memento. Think about that for a second. It's profound. Speaking of profound, fans of your podcast, they're the ones responsible for this video message because they wanted me to congratulate you on the 1-year anniversary of the podcast. So I'm congratulating you guys. The reason it's profound is because that's really cool. Fans of your podcast who love what you do so much, they spent money on this overpriced Foley video. Why? Because they want to thank you.
I'll show you the video.
I have to tell you, this sounds really interesting. I thought podcast, okay, it's another wrestling podcast. Well, good luck with that, and I hope it's well. But, I'm not that interested in another wrestling podcast. But divorce with friends? Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Navigating single dad life in your 40s. And I know, Bobby, you're a huge wrestling fan from Boston.
Mick Foley.
Adam's thing, It sounds to me almost like it's like group therapy, You talk, you listen, you hear different stories. People can feel good about realizing they're not alone. Like, this is something people really can use and do use and need. So good on you guys for coming up with something meaningful and not just another wrestling podcast, but you could talk wrestling on your podcast about a divorce with friends. This sounds like a great thing. I'm really happy for you guys and wish you many, many more. All the best from fans of the pod. Happy 1-year anniversary. Yeah.
Thank you, Mick Foley,
What a
hardcore
celebrity
legend.
cameo.
And thank you to
Unbelievable.
our friend who I asked if we could give their name away, who purchased this for us, and they said they'd rather not.
Okay.
It is not a family member. It is not A from Gmail, and it's not anybody that we've had on.
Got it.
So that was pretty cool.
Wow.
And because of that, Tom, I wanted to pivot the Nordic Bozo, right? We'll do it
Okay.
next time. With I've talked about how much I like wrestling. In fact, Mick has called out that I like wrestling. So what I did was I had ChatGPT give us 30-ish
Yep.
90s WWF
Yes.
trivia questions. I have not seen these questions.
You have not seen the questions.
I have showed you the video to prove that I've not seen the
Now,
questions.
That's true. And now I will say, so I'm going to start asking the questions. I'm going to ask maybe like 5.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you right now, some of these are so, like, I'm more of a casual wrestling fan. Some of these I would do pretty well on this.
Do you wanna-
That's how basic they are, but it's okay. Some of them are pretty hard, I think.
okay.
So I'm going to read you a couple of the easy ones, though, just so you see how easy they are.
So these don't count. Okay.
So these, and I'll actually ask you the Mick Foley related ones, because there are multiple.
Awesome.
And they are incredibly easy. What was the name of Mick Foley's deranged WWF character introduced in 1996?
It's Mankind, but that's pretty easy. Yeah.
Pretty easy one. How about which superstar threw Mankind off Hell in a Cell? in
Undertaker.
1998? Oh my
The
god.
Undertaker at King of the Ring in Pittsburgh.
In 98, apparently.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So these are okay. I'll give you the more more difficult ones. Okay.
Okay.
Who was the WWF champion heading into WrestleMania 7?
Sergeant Slaughter.
That's not what ChatGPT says. Bret Hart.
No, Bret Hart didn't. We'll Google this. It was ChatGPT. You fucked up
Be a problem.
because the main event was Hogan versus Slaughter. Hogan won it from Slaughter in 7.
Okay. Which superstar won the 1998 King of the Ring tournament?
Ooh, that's a good one. Billy Gunn.
Ken Shamrock, but that might be wrong.
Hold on. We're gonna pause this for a second. Hold on.
Yeah, we're gonna have to double check.
Hold on.
This is teaching you something about AI, kids.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Hold on.
You can't.
Who was champion going? You look at the King of the Ring one. I'm gonna do that one.
Okay.
Going into WrestleMania 7.
All right, 1998 King of the Ring.
Yeah.
Winner. You were right. You were right.
No, so Sergeant Slaughter was the first one.
Okay. Now, so you were right, right?
Yeah.
And they were wrong. Ken Shamrock is correct.
All right, so I'm all right,
Okay. So you're 1 for 2.
1 for 2.
1 for 2. All right. So how about this one? I'm gonna try to look it up as I'm asking. Who defeated Psycho Sid to win the WWF Championship at WrestleMania 13?
The Undertaker.
Ooh. Okay. Let's. That's correct. I guess if you agree with ChatGPT, we'll call it correct.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So, I mean, some of these are so funny. You're gonna read these after and be like, "Oh my god." Let's see. Who beat Diesel for the WWF Championship at Survivor Series 1995?
Tom, that would be Bret the Hitman Hart.
Wow, that's correct. You're rolling. One wrong so far. Okay, so who defeated Hulk Hogan at WrestleMania 6?
The Ultimate Warrior.
All right. Ding, ding, ding. I think we might have one more. Who won the 1992 Royal Rumble?
Ric Flair.
Incredible. That's ridiculous. Do you want to hear some of the super easy ones now?
Let's see.
Okay, these are. What was the name of Undertaker's longtime manager in the early '90s?
Percy Pringle, which is Paul Bear.
No. Yeah, the answer was just Paul Bear. This one I thought was kind of funny. I think this is actually like kind of subjective, maybe. Who was the leader of Degeneration X in 1997?
It should have been Shawn Michaels. Is that
It says Shawn Michaels. I always thought of it as Triple H.
He was like the de facto leader after Michaels left in '98.
Oh, this actually what this one you're gonna get this one. But which wrestler portrayed the evil clown character Doink? Ooh,
Wait, so Ray Apollo was one of the guys who did it, but Jeff Jarrett also was in the costume. Are they asking who's in the costume?
I think they're just who portrayed it.
The Brooklyn Brawler, who another one, Steve Lamazny.
Tick tock.
What's the name they gave?
Matt Bourne.
Oh fuck, he was the original
Oh,
one.
all right, we got you there. I should
He died, and I think he died. Ray Apollo was another one.
This is an easy one. What was the name of The Rock's wrestling stable in 1998?
Oh, Nation of Domination. Yeah.
Domination. Let's see. Who is known as the excellence of execution?
My ex-wife.
We'll end on that. Yeah, some of those are pretty easy, but get you a couple.
So as a game inspired, Tom's Mr. Game Design was inspired by Mick Foley.
I love it.
Who was nice enough to get a cameo, or our audience was nice enough to get him a cameo for us, and he I love that he said the name of the podcast.
Electric. Yeah, that was great.
I'll tag him in the thing, and maybe he'll fucking check it out. But either way, Tom, so we're at an hour and a half almost. So we're at our plugs and our thank yous. So what do you got, Tom?
So I want to thank a man who is not Greek, but is a movie star, John Bernthal.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I will not be thanking Toronto Rob. Yeah, that's it.
All right, cool. Well, first I'll thank our mystery donator, our donation from our mystery fan who sent us the wonderful cameo from Mick Foley. I also thank Mick Foley for taking the time out of his day to do that cameo and name drop our podcast. I think that's great. And I'll thank everybody else for, last week last episode we did the thank you for the year, sticking around for a year. But thank you for sticking around for episode 21. Is as we talked about, like getting to 21 episodes. It sounds really stupid, but that's 1% of all podcasts make it to 21. That's a huge thing as I pound Tom's fist across the table. So as always, I would like to thank Dean Corsi for this absolute fire theme song. You can find him on Instagram at Dean Corsi Music. You can email Tom and I at divorcedwithfriends@gmail.com, Twitter divorcedwfpod, Instagram at divorcedwithfriends. As always, Podbean will distribute this to all locations: Apple, Spotify, YouTube, Amazon. I don't give a shit. Like, subscribe, smash, fuck, do it live. We'll see you in 2 weeks.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Bear.